Good morning. It's turned out nice again. How's it going, guys? You all right? Yeah, it has. It's turned out nice. I'm not telling porkies. It's a lovely blue sky out there. The sun is out. It's bloody lovely out there. But it's freezing in here, though, so I've got my heater on. How you doing? You all right? Seems like ages since we spoke. It really does. Now, if you're new to my channel, my morning briefings are like more of a community sort of like, chat sort of thing, catch up with people. Like me bestest viewers, me bestest peoples watch these videos, and me haters as well, obviously, they don't want to miss out. But yeah, this is just where I have a little catch up, tell people what, we're doing today. And then I do my acknowledgements, like thank people that have supported me since my last video or something like that. So anyway, how was Christmas? Was it good? Has it been all right? Yeah? I was pretty poorly over Christmas, to be honest. Christmas didn't start for me until Boxing Day. I've been out once, and even then I've still had an upset tummy a bit, to be honest with you. But yeah, anyway, that's that. I want to get into making some videos for you. We've got some big stuff today about Marc Guehi that you're going to want to know about. In fact, there's quite a few things we're going to talk about today. So first of all, live stream at 1 p.m. UK today, all right? So there'll be a live stream at 1 o'clock UK today. Come along, we'll have a natter. We'll do about an hour and 15, something like that. All right, if you want to come along, I'd love to see you. We've got a mail stand video I need to do. What was that about? I can't remember, but I know you'll find it interesting. So if you like the mail stand, there's at least one of those coming up, maybe two actually. But I can't, what was it about? I don't know, to be honest with you. Lewis Steele article to review. I think Lewis Steele published, I don't know if it was a Q&A or something like that, or basically, his weekly summary roundup or whatever on the Mail. Now, it's behind a paywall. This stuff's usually behind a paywall, right? Now, there are ways of accessing content behind paywalls, right? The Times, the Mail, the Athletic. I can't tell you how to do that. But if you ask in the comment section, how would you do that? I'm sure someone will tell you. Basically, you go to like a website and you put the URL in and it opens it for you, right? So I personally subscribe to websites that I find of value, not only to me, but to you. And I subscribe to the Times and the Athletic. So even though you can circumvene these things and access them, I do pay for those. I don't know if that makes me an idiot or whatever, I don't know, but yeah. Anyway, what I noticed yesterday, I never knew this, is if you're on X, formerly Twitter, and, a journalist puts an article, but when they link you to an article, and it says, here's my latest update or whatever, but it's behind a paywall, you can reply to Grok. Now, Grok is Twitter's, X's AI, and you can tag Grok and put at Grok, summarize this for me, please. And it'll tell you what's in that article, even though it's behind a paywall. And I saw people doing this yesterday. I thought, hey, I wonder how that works, like how does that happen? So I said to Grok, because me and Grok are like that, I said to Grok, show me the entire article that you've just summarized for someone. And it did. It did, even though it's behind a paywall. So if you're on X, there's your tip from me today. Dunk knows best, all right? So yes, there are websites that will open things up for you, but if you're on X and you see an article behind a paywall, just say, at Grok, summarize this for me, if that's all you want, or give me the entire text from this article. It's bizarre, isn't it? Now, I asked ChatGPT to do that. Could you do that? And it went, no, can't do it. I don't know about the others, but ChatGPT wouldn't do it. Grok does. All right. So anyway, if you've got any questions, ask in the comment section. Right. Okay. So Lewis Steele article to address. A Semenyo exclusive to take a look at. I think it might be from a couple of days ago, but I thought it'd give us something to talk about. And Marc Guehi news. Now there's some big claims here from Madrid today. Now, Marc Guehi has been linked with Real Madrid and Barcelona for months, right? But not by credible outlets, just Twitter twats and bloggers and, these people that, what's the word? How do you say it without getting sued? They're very speculative outlets, right? But basically talking shite. And there's been nothing from Madrid about Marc Guehi until today. Now, with an exception. I have seen Marc Guehi referred to before in articles about Canate, right? Written by Jose Felix Diaz. He's the closest journalist to Real Madrid and Florentino Perez. Now, he used to work for Marca. He's now gone to AS, right? He was with them for 30 plus years and he's made the switch. So that's important that you know that, okay? Because maybe AS might be worth listening to a little bit more when it comes to Liverpool stuff and Real Madrid. So, where was I? In previous articles published in Marca by Jose Felix Diaz, when talking about Canate, he sometimes mentioned Marc Guehi, and said he's been looked at, but he's down here. He's not on Real Madrid's radar, right? In other words, because they thought he was, destined for Liverpool, that kind of thing, right? But today there's this big article, and I'm going to do a video all about it. You'll want to see that. You'll want to see it. I'm going to tell you about the journalist. It's not Jose Felix Diaz. I'm going to tell you about the journalist. I'm going to tell you what the claims are, and we'll take a look at it as to whether we should be concerned. All right? I did message Jose a couple of days ago on my last live, I think it was, about Canate. Canate is mentioned in this article as well, actually, and I'll probably do a separate video on that if I've got time. But I did message Jose and basically said, look, you've been going on for ages about Canate to Real Madrid, but then there was the article from The Athletic, David Ornstein, collaborating with a Real Madrid journalist and also another Athletic journalist that focuses on La Liga. It was like a collaborated effort between Real Madrid and Liverpool, in my opinion, to kill the Canate to Real Madrid speculation. Yet, Jose Felix Diaz has said nothing. He's been saying for ages, he's the main target, they really want him. So Ornstein and co come out and contradict him. So you would think that Jose Felix Diaz would come out and go, hang on a fucking minute, but he hasn't said anything, he hasn't backtracked, nothing. But Canate gets a mention in this today. So I think that might be a little bit of interest for you. I haven't heard back from Jose at the present time, okay? He's a very busy man. And maybe he will never reply to me. He might not want to discuss it. Right. What we're going to do now? We're going to do the acknowledgements. That's what we're going to do. We're going to do the acknowledgements. I think I've given you a rough idea of what I want to talk about today. Don't forget that live stream at 1 o'clock. I've only got an hour and 50 minutes until then, so I really need to get my ass into gear. Okay, so at this point, if you're not really bothered about the acknowledgements, you might want to log off, but this is very important to me. I like to acknowledge people that have supported my channel, because without their support, I genuinely wouldn't be able to run my channel. I wouldn't be able to do it. So let's have a look. Dun, dun, dun. View all and select this one. These are super thanks. Now the super thanks is the love out under the videos. All right, it's where people can support me through that. Clicking on a super thanks or a super chat if it's a live stream, or joining the channel helps me do all of this. Right, it's like that's basically my revenue that pays to exist. All right, on a personal level and Cop Talk level, everything. So this is why it's very important for me to thank people. Okay, there are other ways to support me. Those are in the video description. We'll get to those later in this acknowledgement. So first of all, 14 hours ago, a super thanks on this channel. Gracious Greatness. I feel shattered, mate. I hope you're well, Duncan, that you had a great weekend. I'm confused as to when the weekends are. It's always like that week, isn't it, of Christmas and New Year. I genuinely don't know what day it is today. Tuesday, the 30th. So yeah, I've been a bit under the weather, my chick as well is unwell. But we did get out to see my friend Martin and his missus, which I love doing. It's good peoples, And yeah, it's been good, but I haven't been 100% well, to be honest with you. So Gracious Greatness says, I signed up to Monzo through you. Oh, I must have a link somewhere. Where was that? Where's that link? So I hope they give you some dosh. Do you know, I did get a notification from Monzo the other day saying you and someone else have got a $5 each. I bet that was you. Nice one, buddy. Thank you. Thanks for providing some balance amidst all the rumours, and I look forward to seeing some videos from you. probably from Tuesday onwards. Here we are, Tuesday. I also hope that your eyes are better. They are. They're better, aren't they? But I haven't been at my computer. So, you know, I did buy, I do have some glasses that reflect the blue light from the phones and the thing. I never wear them. But I bought another pair, so I could have some here and some upstairs, because obviously my office, like this area, is below my house. But I work on all three levels, really, you know, depending on what I'm doing. And so I thought, right, get some glasses downstairs as well. Went to get them today, can't find them. I went mental this morning. Where have you put my glasses? Well, I haven't moved them. Oh, they moved them. You know, it was like that first thing this morning, as you can imagine. When I find them, I promise you I'm going to wear them, because I really need to take care of my eyes. Thank you, Gracious Greatness. One for signing up to Monzo. We both got a fiver out of it, I think, if that was you. I don't know how you did that. But nice one. But thank you for getting a super thanks on my channel. I really do appreciate it. And, you know, it goes in the kitty. And I get it once a month. And sometimes people say, it's only £1. It's only... Do you know what? Imagine if everyone did that. Can you imagine what we'd have? What I'd be able to do for you? Anyway, I appreciate you, my friend. And without people like you, I wouldn't be able to do the channel. Also, Marc the Legend, who is a channel member. Squad! Thanks, Dunk. Enjoy your day, my friend. And he's giving me a little salute. Thank you, Marc. He's a legend. He always supports me. Also, Gareth Jones. Hope you can enjoy this beer, Dunk. Got me a beer. Eh? Oh, I enjoyed it, all right. I fucking did. I did. I've been having Magners recently. It's my favourite drink, to be honest with you. Well, do you know what? I do like the Angry Orchard cider. Anyone ever had that? That's nice. I can't get that here, though. But yes, Gareth, I haven't been out much at all. I think the 20... Oh, I can't remember. I didn't go out Boxing Day. 27th, I think I went out. Yeah, with my mate Martin and that. So, Gareth... Thank you, my man. 3 days ago, I don't know if I've done these ones. I'm going to try this one. Yeah, I have done that one. No, that's it. So, Gracious Greatness, Marc the Legend, Gareth Jones. I mean, that was going back 3 days. Maybe I've done that already. But I don't think I've been churning any videos out, have I? It's Christmas, you know, it's just been kicked back and not been very well, to be honest with you. But anyway... Thanks, guys. I do appreciate you. I'm just going to quickly check my other YouTube channel, the Duncan Oldham channel. The link's in the video description. I've got a few ideas for that channel, you know. I was thinking of doing, like... there's nothing on there for a week, but I don't think I've done anything since I was with Rob. I was thinking of doing, like travel videos and that. Would you like that? Like me and my chicken that? Do you know what I mean? We're also going to do something on the podcast as well, the Dunk Knows Best podcast. All right. I was hoping to update that today and the Cop Talk podcast, but it's already 12:15. But I'm threatening you right now that I'm going to update those podcasts. Now, if you've got Spotify or a podcast application, I use Pocket Casts on my phone. It's a free one. If you search Dunk Knows Best and Cop Talk Liverpool FC, you'll find both podcasts. They are going to be updated imminently, I promise you. But I was talking with her, she was like, oh, well, could we do a podcast then? You know, and I was like, yeah, come on my podcast. She went, yeah, but you'll be mean to me. I went, no, I'll just be me. You know, so what do you think? Is that a good idea? Would you like that? Let me know. I would like to just continue the Dunk Knows Best podcast rather than start something specifically to do with me and her. You know what I mean? You know, Dunk Knows Best. She gives it all the LKB. Do you know what I mean? Laura knows best than that, but I don't know about that. Anyway, let's continue with the acknowledgements. So we've done the super thanks. Let's have a look and see if there are any super chats. Last live stream, it says Saturday here. I don't know if I've done a briefing. I must have done. I don't know. I'm going to read them out again anyway. Saturday's stream was supported by Jen, Mother Cop Talk. She bought some channel memberships. Can you believe that? Henry the Hero. Henry's in there as well, my man. Benjamin Alford, Niall, obviously, William Cahill, Mark Kitchener, Brother Ben, Ruby Mark, the legend, Chris Martin, Steve MCLFC 69, and Carolina Gal. All right. So, that's them up to date, I think. All right. Let me move on now. Where would I go to now? Now, I check screenshots. I take a screenshot when I get something come in, like on PayPal or Monzo or something like that. Gracious greatness. There we go. Gracious greatness. There is. I got a message from you, but I don't know how to access it. But I'm going to try. And it was Monzo. Let me see if I can read your message. Referral bonus here. Yeah, no, it says £10. Is that for one person? Anyway, Gracious Greatness says, Merry Christmas, Dunk. I'm Gracious Greatness on YouTube. Just to let you know, some of us watchers, viewers of your channel on the internet would love to support you more, but we're in a state of financial precariousness. Tell me about it. Please have some grace for us types too. We really wish we could be part of the squad. Lastly, I worked last night and finished at 4 a.m. I'm going back to work as I type, working 4 p.m. till 8 p.m. today at a Waitrose supermarket branch. God bless you, Dunk. Oh, I remember that coming in the other day. That came on the 27th. And it is so, so nice. And I always do say this, right? And I do mean this. There are other ways of supporting my channel. Do you know what I mean? And, you know, thumbsing up a video, dropping me a comment is supporting me. Watching my videos is supporting me, right? But a lot of people watch my videos and they never thumbs up or thumbs down and they never leave a comment. Some people are busy, I get it. Some people maybe on consoles or Fire Sticks or watch on TV like my boy Martin, right? Maybe it's impossible to do that. But I don't think that applies to everybody. But you are extremely important to me. It's not just about a super thanks or anything. People know that when I have a live stream, I don't only read out, you know, people that have got a super chat or something. I read everybody's comments out. I acknowledge everybody. It's just difficult to track who's, you know, thumbsing up. If you're part of the community here and you're a regular viewer and you come to the live streams when you can and you leave nice comments and check on me every now and then, you know, when I go away, well, you're part of my squad, trust me. So please, I hope you realise that. Glenn Smith the other day, I'm sure I gave Glenn a shout out. I need to message Glenn as well, make sure he's all right. I did give a shout out to Glenn. So I don't think there's anything else on PayPal or Monzo. These are links in the video description, by the way. So then we go over to Revolut. And my Revolut was cleared out, actually. So I'm starting again. You know, I start my Revolut for... my Revolut one is my beer kitty, to be honest with you. Everything else, like the super thanks, super chat, channel memberships, that's being sensible, paying me bills, you know. Me Revolut, the links in the video description, especially Revolut, that's me beer kitty. It's the sort of thing my mum used to say to me before she died, bless her. Well, obviously before she died. She couldn't say it to me after, could she? But sometimes my mum used to say, and I had this conversation with someone the other day, I can't remember who it was. She used to say, fuck it, son, get yourself out for a drink. You know, or if I was sat there going, I don't know if I should go on that holiday, mum, you know what I mean? Like, she go on, son, you only live once. And I think about the things she said to me and where she is now, you know. So I do have that attitude in me. I try to be sensible. It's very easy to say, fuck it, you only live once. But she was right, wasn't she? You know what I mean? She got took from me when she was 55. So sometimes I think I shouldn't do that, but sometimes you've got to have a life. So the way I look at it is, if I had 50 euros in my Revolut account, and I was thinking, oh, I've got a bill coming out at bank tomorrow, I really need... I've sort of adapted the attitude of, no, you've got to do something in your life. You know, I'm one of them people that's got to have something to look forward to. Otherwise, you feel like you're getting shafted all the time. So I always try to plan something ahead, especially in the better stages of the years, you know, because winter is traditionally very poor revenue, you know, for Cop Talk. February is the worst year of the month. Like the arguments I had with my ex-wife in February, it weren't her fault, but what I mean is the stress that you would have. You know, we're going to do that. You know, you don't go on holiday, you book holidays in February, although in February I'm supposed to be going away, which is quite ironic. But I'm switched on. right? And what I mean by that is I always look ahead, right? So like I'm already thinking about November next year, and so over the course of the year in your better months, you can book some and put a bit off here and there, right? So I always go with BA, right? BA.com. If you go to BritishAirways.com, I'm not associated to them in any way, right? BritishAirways.com and look at their holidays. You can often get hotel accommodation for the same price as the flights. You're getting the flights included, or it's only a little bit more. It depends, obviously, on where you're going. But with British Airways, you can pay for it, I think, like over 10 months. So you can throw 50 here or 100 there or 20 there or maybe nothing for a few weeks, have a good month and go, fuck it. Then over the course of the year, it's done. That's what I do. And I always try to have something booked, to go to. So I didn't get to see my friend Smooth I would like to have gone in November. I didn't get to see him this year. But I'm hoping to go in a few months' time. But again, who did I have this fucking conversation with? I just think it was my friends. Like, if you say you're going away somewhere, people think you're going on holiday, right? And an holiday to some people is they pay for a holiday and they maybe got £1,000 spending money or something. I don't know what people take on holiday. I don't do that is for sure. But I'm not that kind of person. So what I mean by that is if I go away in November next year, I go to work. I see it as like a working holiday, like a change of scenery. I don't do like, people go on holiday, they eat out every day, or they maybe go out for a drink every day, or they go to a show or something. I don't do that. I'm more switched on. I treat it as like, no, I'm at work, I'm just in a different environment. And a website I use a lot for when I go over there is Groupon.com. Again, I'm not associated to it. And if you're going to, say, New York or something, again, over the course of the year, you can pick up a couple of vouchers, think, I'll have them, and it stash a few vouchers, and then when you go, you're covered. It's all about using your noddle and your priorities. I've got friends that go out on the piss every day, back in England, back here, and then I'll go out, I'm going away going to New York for a week in a couple of months. They're like, oh, it's all right for some. And I think, yeah, but you go out every day at fucking year. It's just all about what you want to spend your money on is up to you, isn't it? It's not about, people assume you're being flash or something. But we looked at going to Mallorca in February. It was €500 more to go to New York, which is insane if you think about it, for two people, $250 each more to go, across the world, So yeah, it's just about balancing things, and I can't remember how I got onto that topic, to be honest. I think it was my mum. Yeah, I was talking about Revolut. She'd say, get yourself out for a drink, love. I remember going to a concert with my son Rob a couple of years ago. Do you remember? I took him to see 50 Cent, all right? And there was a meet and greet option, yeah? And I think it was £1,000, to be honest with you, in total. And I oohed and I ahed about it, and I thought, it's my lad, he'll fucking love that. He'll love it. But I was like, I can't do that, shouldn't be doing that. But I could hear my mum in my head going, fuck it, son, it's your boy. Because I know she'd have done that for me. When my mum was bringing me up as a single parent, she had 4 jobs, right? 4 jobs just to look after me and give me a good life as best as possible. And we lived on 4 different council estates when I was a kid. And at Christmas, you would never, the amount of presents, sacks and sacks and sacks of toys and gadgets or whatever. And you don't realise when you're a kid, but as an adult looking back now, I mean, how did she do that? A lot of it might have been on, HP, what we call the never, credit or whatever. But I guess she had that attitude, that's my son. And I'm going to make him the most spoiled kid in the world, and he's going to have everything. And that was kind of like what happened with the 50 Cent thing. I thought of my mum going, fuck it, worry about it later. So I did it. I did for a couple of days. I was like, I'm not paying, that's just fucking ridiculous. Because I shouldn't have done it. But it was my son. And it was his birthday in the November. And so we literally went on his birthday. And it was probably 5 minutes. You got with 50 Cent or something. And he meant, to be honest to him, people, when you're waiting to go up, it was like, don't touch him, don't ask for this, don't ask for that, you get one photo, that's it. Nah, I said, it's my son's birthday, like, he's coming up next week, and he went, I'll speak to him, like, and he said to him, like, oh, you're what star sign is it? Capricorn? I don't know. You're a that, are you? But oh yeah, it's my birthday. Yeah. All right. And he took so many pictures. He went, now let's have a picture all together. But the what point I'm saying here is like, here's me saddling myself with a grand round my neck. But did it all for my son. And I paid for it over 10 months, I think. It was with Klarna. Is that it? Is that the thing? Just fucking tried it. I was like, well, I'll just put my phone number in it when it was fine. I don't know. It was through Ticketmaster. But, 5 minutes, it took me nearly a year to pay the fucking thing off. But my son's face at the time, and if you go to my Facebook page, account, Dunk Oldham, DUNKOLDHAM, you'll see, I think the profile picture is me robbing 50 Cent. So I did it for my boy, and my mum, she was always like that, fuck it, son, you don't know what's around the corner, and look what happened to her. So you've got to be responsible in life as well, but you've also got to live a little bit, I think. And my Saturdays, my one day out a week is just all I look forward to, really. Well, I like going away. But, we went out for a few beers the other day, me and my chick, and like I say, I saw Martin and his missus and, people, other friends. And then we went for a little bite to eat afterwards. And, don't know, I enjoyed it. It was nice. You got to do these things, guys, I think. Anyway, sorry. So my Revolut got wiped, as usual. I was late being paid this month as well, which didn't help. But Niall's my fucking hero. Niall was messaging me this morning, and I was telling him, I said, I was just moaning and fucking ranting and raving about fucking, what is it, Google or something. He says, try not to let them bastards get to you, and he gave me some salutes and that. And he sent something to me Revolut, for, which is nice of him, he's sound. So I have good peoples like that, you know what I mean? And I keep playing that lottery every day to try and look after everyone, you know what I mean? Not touched it for a while. That's not a euphemism. Now, I love you, kid. Thank you, bro. Thank you very much. The other ones go back to 27th, 26th, 19th of December. So I'm not sure. Oh, there might be. Hang on, because some people, it comes through different notifications. Yeah, there's nothing on that one. Bear with me, guys. Let's have a look at that one. Yes, on the 27th. What's he? My man! What, he says, a pint for you and that dodgy Sunderland fan Dunk. And he gave me a wink. Thanks, Watty, mate. Total legend. Niall also sent something for. I'll show you the picture in a minute. Niall sent something for Martin to get himself a beer. My friend Martin and his wife are two of the nicest people you could ever meet in your life, And they were like, I told them, I said, oh, Niall, one of my viewers, I know Niall is now. I said, he sent something for you to get yourself a drink. She's like, nah, I can't accept that. I went, no, he wants you to have a bevy. And they were like sat talking to each other, saying, it's nice that, and people are amazing, you know what I mean? And it's coming from nice people, not people that take piss and go, all right, yeah, cheers, nice one, thanks, yeah, gives it here then. Do you know what I mean? Like real salt of the earth people. I'll show you the picture in a minute. A pint for you and that dodgy Sunderland fan, Dunk, Watty. Thank you, Watty. Starman. Watty's great. Also, Stephen M. Just a top up. To the top up from the other day, you sound like you need a good drink, bud. That's going back 27th of December. Was that when I was I unwell then? I weren't on form, was I? I had them fucking sour burps, aren't they awful? Them, and up and down all night long. And before that was William Keiko. So I appreciate you guys. I want to show you this picture. I sent it, we took this picture for Niall. Let's have a look. Here it is. To prove, because I don't want anyone to think that, someone sent a picture from it, a beer for me mate. And there he is, look, there's my pal Martin, look. And I gave him 20 euros out of my pocket. Broke my heart, it did. I was like, I could have fucking kept that. And That's us having a little beer. And we took that picture for Niall, and also this one, which that was the Leeds game. He was devastated. He took it hard. He said it was like a defeat, that game. Anyway, I think I've covered my acknowledgements. If I haven't, if I've left anyone out, please let me know. I always think to myself, shit, I fucking forgot someone, and I hate it when I do that. I hate it, guys. I really do. Right then, I better get on because I've got a lot to talk to you about. I wish I hadn't scheduled that stream now for this afternoon, to be honest with you, because it's put me under a bit of pressure, So, is there anything else to tell you? I don't know, really. I think as we approach a new year, I'm thinking of different things to do for the channel. I had a chat with Dave, my AI, and, said, give me, some targets for 2026. And he said, you've got to introduce a new feature, regular feature for your viewers on here. So I'm thinking of that. If you've got any ideas, let me know. I do want to introduce an Ask Dave series, because I think that'd be quite funny. I think I really want to get back into the podcast. It's something that I struggle with. The podcasts do not generate any revenue, yet I love doing the podcast. But the way you got to look at it is if you're spending 2 or 3 hours a day on podcasts and not generating revenue, that's taking you away from things that might generate revenue. And if you don't generate revenue, you can't pay your fucking bills. Do you know what I mean? And the thing is with me, is I try to do it right. Like, don't clickbait, don't lie, don't exaggerate, don't sensationalize. If you do all that shit, your revenue is going to go through the roof. But when you don't do that shit, it's a little bit harder. So revenue becomes important. And as I mentioned the other day, I'm sure I mentioned it in a briefing the other day, for me at 51 years of age now, my outlook on life has changed a lot since when I first started Cop Talk back in the 1990s, for goodness sake. When you're a lad in your 20s, early 20s, you want a nice car, a nice house, and this, that, and the other. When you get to 50, you start thinking, how much time have I got left? Now, you might think, well, you got 20 years, 30 years, who knows? Right, we don't know that. But that ain't a fucking long time. It goes very fast. And, people that I went to school with, every now and then you hear, oh, such and such has died. Oh, God. And I see what happened to my mum. I am 4 or 5 years off when she got ill. So you get a bit spooked, and your priorities change. And my priorities are existing, not only in life, but in just paying your bills and getting by. I don't want much in life. I like, to be honest with you, my little beer on a weekend, on a Saturday, but that's the social element, right? Being with your friends. And something to look forward to every now and then. Like I say, I want to go and see Smooth in February, which is the worst time of the year to do it, to be honest with you. But yeah, we'll see. But yeah, you've got to have something to look forward to. So I'm always, I used to go away every year on September 2nd, 3rd, as soon as the transfer window closed. That's the kind of time I like to get away, to be honest with you, because it's an extremely stressful period. But I don't think that's going to happen in September next year. So maybe we'll aim for November or something. But I think you've just got to have something to look forward to. I was saying to my chick yesterday, I said, let's go to Madrid, just for a couple of days. Because do you know how much you can get the train for from here? Or let's just say Alicante to Madrid, which I think is about 2 hours and 20 minutes on the high-speed train. So from one city to another, €7 each. Can you believe that? €7 each. So it's, how can you not do it? I was looking at it yesterday. I said, we can go for €7. I said, although if you want to go on a specific day, some of them are €9. And I've never been to Madrid. I've been to Madrid, to the airport, and that's it. So I stayed near the airport for, go the night before, ready for a flight the next morning. But I've never done Madrid. But obviously then you got your hotels. I did have I did have a hotel break booked there with my ex-wife a few years ago, but I think it clashed with my mum's death, my mum's illness. So I think, well, I know it was cancelled, and there's no other reason why I would cancel it. So we never got to go, sadly, which has always been really sad because I know we were really looking forward to that. So now I'd like to take her to Madrid, you know, and have a couple of nights there. It's not cheap, the hotel's like, but I don't know. I just think it's nice to have little things to think about. I was speaking to my friend Marc the other day about the same thing. In Spain, they're introducing this monthly unlimited travel pass on trains and buses in the whole of the country for €60, right, per person. So for €60, you go all over, you know. And I said to him, I said, we really, you know, I would really like to explore Spain a little bit. And him and his missus, they're like that too. You know, they very much want to learn about the culture in the country, but they're also people that like to have something to look forward to. And he was like, yeah, I'd be down for that, you know, going somewhere. And I said, a friend of mine used to go to the bus station here with his girlfriend and just randomly pick a number. What number should we? 18, all right. Number 18, you know, it's going to wherever. And they'd go and do it. You know, so something like that. I think we've all got to have something to look forward to. And it is about priorities, you know. Years ago, I used to spend a lot of money on going to football. Don't do that anymore. I don't, to be honest with you, spend much money on me. Do you? Do you have an hobby that costs you a fortune? Let me know. I mean, I used to like buying the odd Xbox game. But so I'll let you into a secret. Yesterday, I took her to a shopping mall near here. She had to go to the shopping mall to take something back, right? And we went to the shopping mall and I went for a smoothie, you know, while I was waiting, and it was nice. And I was like, I'd like to buy myself something, because I never ever buy myself anything. Very, very rare. I bought a camera recently, as you know, but that was for, I don't know, not really sure I'd say that was for me. It was to put a smile on other people's faces, really. But I thought, I want to buy myself something, like a little treat. So I went to a shop here called Med Market, I think it's called, or Media Market. I think it's Media Market, which was next to the shopping mall that, or very close to, that I had to take her to yesterday. And she said, I need to go to the supermarket as well. Get some milk or something like that. And it was over the road. I went, will you go over there? I'm off in here, in Media Market, electrical store. I thought, I'm going to get myself something, treat myself to something. I used to do it when I was younger, you know, go to like HMV and buy a music CD, but life's changed, you can't do that anymore. When I was even younger, I used to go and buy a video, Liverpool's greatest wins and stuff like that, you know. Well, them things have gone now. So I'll go to this electrical store, and you know, my whole expenditure in that store was I was treating myself to something. Do you know how much I spent on myself as buying myself a Christmas present? $9.99. $9.99, and it's over there. I don't think the box is here. €9.99, I'll have you know. It's probably about £8. And all it was a battery for my Xbox controller that you can charge. And it wasn't even the brand, you know, like the official one. That was $19.99. And I saw one for $9.99. I was like, well, it'll do the same trick, won't it? So I bought that for myself. That was it. But I did pick up a red Xbox controller. And I oohed, and I had, it was €50. And I picked it up, and I had that in my hand, and I had the other thing in my hand, and I was like, I don't need it really. That Xbox controller works there. I only go on it once a week, maybe with Smooth, you know, my best friend in America. And then I thought to myself, it'd look really good on here, because I've got the red phone, and I thought if I put it on here, it'll look really good. Do you know what I mean? And she came and joined me in the shop, and I said, I'm going to get, what are you doing? I said, I'm going to get that battery. All right, okay. And I went, I'm thinking about getting that controller. I went, it's good, innit? It's red. Do you know what? Was it? Yeah, it was €50, I think. It was cheaper than it was the official one, but it was cheaper than the black ones and stuff like that. And I went, but then again, because honestly, it's really difficult for me to spend money on myself. I went, I don't need it though, really, do I? I said, I just thought it'd look good on my desk, with it being red and my phone being red. She went, yeah, she said, but if you don't need it, I went, no, I'll put it back. So I didn't get it. She's not like that, to be honest with you. Oh, she'd spend on anything. Do you like these shoes? Yeah, but you've got 1,000 pairs of shoes. I know, but it wouldn't go amiss, would it? I'm your girl. You know what I mean? She's like that. So anyway, hey, do you know what? I've really enjoyed talking to you today. Really enjoyed it. Got a lot of work to do, but I've got to do that live stream. I don't know. I'm just going to struggle with things today. Yeah. No, I was just thinking of my mum there, like I said, I was just thinking of that conversation. Do what you want, love. Fuck it, you only live once. You do. Terrified of dying, me. I am really scared of it. I have panic attacks sometimes. I do. Normally in bed during night when I think about it. If I'm on my own going to sleep, I shit myself. And but I had one other day, just during daytime, sat in the lounge on the sofa, and it makes me go like, I love life so much, like all of this that we do and everything scares the fuck out of me. And just like when you hear people on news, or posting these memes saying you only got one life, and people just saying it like all casually and that, and it's like, yeah, but it's true. And I thought, if you went to a doctor and went, but I don't want to die, I'm fucking terrified, what could doctor say to you? Well, you're going to. It scares me. Really scares me. It's probably the only phobia. Well, I mean, I don't know about only phobia. I wouldn't like heights. Wouldn't get me up. You know what I mean? But I think that would apply to most people that are not fucking stupid. But it's a real phobia for me. A real thing. And it stresses me out, to be honest. So that's why I'm going to enjoy life. I'm going to enjoy life as best as I can. And maybe I should go back and buy myself that Xbox controller. Maybe I should fuck off and see me mate. But we got onto this conversation from Revolut. That's my thing once a week. And I've never been as happy as I am right now in a long time. I haven't. And when I say that, it's because I'm enjoying my work, my community here. There's good people in my life. I spent a few years with ups and downs, meeting people, meeting lovely people, and I miss them as well. I'll never deny it. Got a lovely dog, lovely family, what's left of it. Lovely friends, like that. That's a big one for me at the moment. A lot of it's changed here for me from going to the football and meeting new people like Martin, just having so much to look forward to. We've got a game on Sunday. But my life is, I'm really happy. I might not seem it, but I'm just a bit chilled. I'm being thoughtful, I'm thinking of things in my head. But I don't know, I'm not one of these people that needs everything, like some people are like that. I'm not. For me, I think the only stress I get in my life is just same as anybody else, really. You've got to, when taxman comes and fucking robs you once a month, it's like, fuck, mate. All I want to do in life, what do you want to do in life? Does it vary by age, do you think? It must do. Maybe when you're 18, 19, you just want to go to Ibiza and get smashed off your tits or something and shag as many people as you can. Why not? You could do that at 50 if you want. I couldn't be arsed, though. I couldn't be arsed. One drink a week's enough for me. I think I've been out a couple of times in a week recently, and it knocks me, like. But I think for me, I just want to pay my bills and just fucking chill. Stress is a killer, innit? Stress. Do you not think? That's why I've got zero patience for anyone that brings stress to my life. Fucking zero patience, guys, honestly. What about you? Maybe people are more tolerant. I don't know. I think when you've been through some shit, you just, I don't want to fucking know. You know, when people come up to you, go, oh, have you heard what such and such has said? I go, I couldn't give a fuck what they said. About who, me or you? Oh no, it was about someone else. I go, what do I want to know then? Oh, I'm not bothered. Yeah, and when people come up to you and go, oh, do you know Marjorie, she's got cancer, you know, she's done. They've told her it's terminal. Who the fucking hell's Marjorie? You know, a lady that lives on Endett Road. I've never fucking spoke to her in my life. Why are you telling me something so cheerful? Oh, you should have seen this cat that got run over this morning. It was there. What are you telling me for? I don't need to know this shit. Do you know what I mean? Tell me about someone winning lottery. Tell me about someone having some great news, some lovely news that we can all celebrate. You know. Do you know another thing? I'm in a talking mood today. Have you noticed that? I never watch the news anymore. I don't watch the news. I don't watch TV at all, to be honest. I think I'm doing my chick's head in with that, to be honest with you, because she's like, can we put this on? I'm like, no. I watch YouTube and I watch Netflix. So yesterday, I watched a bit of House of Cards, which I've watched fucking for years. And then I watched about 3 documentaries on North Korea. Are riveting. She likes them, actually, North Korea documentaries. She does. She actually said to me, can we put a North Korea doc? I love it. I want to go there, mate. When they open up to tourists, I want to go to North Korea. You know what? I watched this... Kim Jong-un, whatever he's called, he was arriving on a train somewhere, just arriving on a train, and I actually watched the train. There was no commentary, no narration, nothing. It was just a train pulling into a platform with people waiting for him, and then he got off, walked a bit, people bowing and nodding and all right, mate, and all that, gave him some flowers, and that was it. It was about 30 minutes long. I just watched that. There was nobody talking or anything. But I found it fascinating. I love all that stuff, mate. I do. I like to watch these documentaries about places all over the world, you know, that you'd never visit. You know, like Iraq, something like that, or Afghanistan. I love it. I do. I really like them. By real people, you know, not by big production companies or out like that. Just a fella on his bike. Oh, I'm just cycling through Afghanistan. Taliban are here. Hang on a minute. Come with me. You know, and all that. And you're like, oh, fucking hell, what's going to happen here? Bald and Bankrupt. You ever watched him? He's great on YouTube. I like him. And I've started watching this couple that do the travel vlogs, and that's what got me thinking. I mean, they're not the most exciting of people, to be honest with you, but they're doing very well. Very well. They do videos, and all they do is just go like, oh, we're going here for a week, we'll show you our journey, that's it. Well, there's no entertainment other than that. Oh, we're having our dinner now. And I was looking, right, I clicked on his link, and on Patreon alone, he's bagging €5,000 a month just from extra content. Just from doing fucking travel videos. 5,000. That's excluding his YouTube revenue. I said to my chick this, I said, I'm in wrong fucking game, mate. But the only thing is, I love what I do. That's the problem. I love it. I wouldn't want to go doing travel videos I wouldn't want to do videos for anything with the sole purpose of making money, because I think that's when you're not doing it for the love of it. Do you know what I mean? And then it is a business, isn't it? Like, oh, we've got to target this, and now fuck that. I've never had a spreadsheet in the entire 27 years of Cop Talk. Couldn't tell you a thing. Couldn't tell you how many members there are on the VIP members website behind me. Never. For me, I just want to know that I can pay my electric, which went out the other day. 238 or 268 for 2 months, can't remember. Now, my friend Niall was telling me that's not bad. He says he pays more in Ireland. I thought I was getting shafted. I might turn that heater off. Worse in it, you know, like when heating's on. I'm in a right chatty laid back mood. Do you know what? I might not do any work today. I might just talk to you, look. Now, we must do a live stream. So let me get this video finished and online. If I've missed you out with my acknowledgements, will you let me know, please? Thank you. I hope you're all right. You know, a lot of people support me on here, watch my vids and leave nice comments and things like that. If I can ever do anything to help you, please let me know. There's not much I can do, but anyone that ever has reached out to me will tell you I do my best, you know what I mean? So it's not a one-way thing. But most people, when I say to them, if they support me, I'll say, I wish I could do something for you. And they go, you do a lot, believe it or not. You help me through things. I like to watch your vids and chill. So that's good, isn't it? It's good. I wonder if people will miss me when I'm gone. Not that I want to go anywhere. I kind of the attitude where I always think, when I kick the bucket, I'll leave a note to Charlotte, my daughter, saying, will you just delete all my videos and everything? I don't want to exist online. I want to be gone. Don't want to go anywhere yet, though. Right, I'm off to make a video. I'm not going up there. Yeah. I hope not, anyway. Right. God, that was a deep video, wasn't it? What a morning briefing that was. I don't know how I feel about it. Oh. What's for dinner today? I wonder what she's doing for dinner today. She did a chicken yesterday. She didn't do enough. She's, we haven't been together a very long time. She moved in recently. The Yorkshire pudding was all right, but I could have eaten more. She said chicken disintegrated on the chicken. I don't fucking believe that. I've never had chicken in my life in an oven where there's no skin on it. Have you? She went, oh, it was so thin it just went away. I thought, you fucking greed. Hey, how does it just go away? I was nearly in tears. No chicken on a Sunday, no chicken skin on a Sunday dinner. Best part of chicken. I love that shit. And then I was like, well, I could have eaten a bit of chicken. She went, you had a full breast. Fucking woo. Woo, whoopee fucking woo. Where's the other fucking breast? That's what I want to know. Well, I'm not being rude, I mean about the chicken. She went, well, it was only... I went, well, I'll have to buy a bigger fucking chicken next week then, won't we? Because I'm not used to this, guys. And I went, I could have had some more Yorkshires, not Yorkshires, roast potatoes. She went, you had 4? I went, yeah, they were like that. And actually, you're going to have to up her game. The funny thing is, I'm not joking. I mean, deadly serious. The mash was nice. Oh, it was all nice. The chicken was cooked to perfection. It was all very, very nice, to be honest. Just not enough. She went, there was enough there. Greedy git. No, I said, I'm a growing man. She went, yeah, that's why it was enough. My phone ringing. Did you see my phone flash up? I'm not answering that. I never answer my phone to a number I don't recognise. And to be honest with you, even if it was stored in my phone book, I probably won't answer it. I got a WhatsApp message as well. So have a look. Oh, talk of the devil. Are you okay? Well, I wasn't until I started thinking about me Sunday dinner that you ripped me off with. I'm fucking having that. Well, I'll buy 2 fucking... Do you know what? I'll show her this. Do you know what? I'm going to buy 2 chickens for next weekend. I'll fucking show her. There's only 2 people. Chicken, it was a decent sized chicken. I've never have I been here with any woman in my life and not had enough chicken. And where did legs go? She can have leg. What she means is, oh, I like chicken breast, didn't she? She's had chicken breast, hasn't she? But I've noticed before when she's served up dinner before, you finish your dinner and I'll go, oh, is that it? She'll go, oh, there's more beef in kitchen, or there's more potato. All right, okay. Why can't you just put it on my plate to fucking start with? Do you know what I mean? I do think we should do a podcast together, me and her. I think it'd be pretty good. Anyway, regardless of her, I'm doing my own podcast. Women come and go. Especially if they don't serve me enough fucking chicken on a Sunday. But no, my Dunk Knows Best podcast is coming back, so you need to look that up on Spotify. It'll be there, I'm telling you. It would have been done today. What day's tomorrow? New Year's Day. Eve. Right. Let's get on, we'll get it done, all right? All right, guys, listen, thanks for keeping me company for nearly an hour. I know my peoples love my long videos. So, if you enjoyed this video, please thumbs up the video. Please drop me a comment. There's a love out of the video. Without your support, can't do it. I can't. Would be appreciated if you, do one of those things. Comment my video. It could cost you fuck all. Thumbs up my video. Don't cost you now either. All right. Love art if you're in a position to. There's links in the video description if you want to, enable me to go out once a week or something. We've got an away game on Sunday, a cup game. So we're doing that on Sunday, all being well. All right, guys, keep the faith. Hope you're all right. You know where I am if you're not. You know I'm here. I'm your friend. All right? You take care. And hopefully we'll catch up on the live stream this afternoon. And we'll speak real soon, I hope. Okay? Don't forget you've got this very, very important video coming up about Marc Guehi. Speak to you in a bit, guys.